Hello, my name is Christopher Cleveland, and I'm a Herbert Lehman Scholar for 2014, and I attend Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Um, and this video will focus on me reflecting on my first semester in college. When I first got to college, I did make the intermediate video at the midpoint of my first semester, and I think that my perspective has changed even more so since that point, on the basis that I've had a lot more time to experience Harvard. When I first got to the campus, there was definitely an adjustment period that took place. As coming from the Southwest, it's much different experiencing East Coast living. And so, for those of you watching and thinking about college in the future, or currently in college, I'm sure you can imagine how life coming from a very open city landscape with a very fairly homogeneous population, where I myself am a very, very small portion of the population demographic makeup, to going to a city like Boston, which is composed of people from all different cultures and races, and then magnify that population by Harvard itself. It kind of increases the overall experience of college and exposes you to a lot of new perspectives, positive and negative, I guess, growing, depending on like your personal experiences growing up. I will say that one of the things that I enjoyed the most over this first portion of my college experience has been my participation in the Harvard Glee Club. The Harvard Glee Club is a collection of 55 men who sing Tudor England pieces to classical pieces. And it's actually the oldest collegiate choir in the nation. And as a result of this, I've become exposed to a lot of the traditions of Harvard that I find simply fascinating. And even more so, it's been wonderful to get to know a great group of musicians with whom I can share a passion for music and performing art for the masses. I've enjoyed the Glee Club to the extent that for the next year, I will be serving as co-publicity manager for the Harvard Glee Club. So keep a lookout for information about concerts. Shameless plug for something I love. And then on the other side of things, looking at some of the other clubs I've gotten into, I actually joined the Black Men's Forum on Harvard's campus, which is an organization devoted to creating a brotherhood for the African American and black males on Harvard's campus, and also serving as an extension of the intelligent black males' dream for the entire population of people of color, and that we hope to see that all people succeed in academics and their futures through community service projects we do and other events. So I encourage you to contact me if you have any questions about the Black Men's Forum, or any ideas that you have about things that we can do as a group, being in the position that we have that can help you or your community out. Also, looking at my first semester academically, I will say that classes were fairly challenging. I took a Spanish C class, which is intermediate Spanish, a Philosophy 3 course, which is an introduction to the problems of philosophy, Deductive Logic, or Empirical Mathematical Reasoning 17, which is a course about symbolic logic and logical notation, And then I took a freshman seminar called Mind Body Problems, which discussed the existence of the soul and the comparison of the mind versus the brain in terms of a physical perspective and a more immaterial perspective. And then when it comes to saying which class I enjoyed the most, it would definitely be the seminar, which was a pass-fail class, so it allowed me to risk more in terms of my academic pursuits. In a small 15-person grouping with a professor, Allison Simmons. We met once a week from 2 to 4, and I found it a really good opportunity just to discuss and challenge myself in the ways I thought of myself and other perspectives about the world. I will also say that I enjoyed my Spanish class because it helped me improve my Spanish skills, which is very practical coming from a high Spanish population state. And hopefully for me traveling abroad in some Spanish-speaking country in some future part of my college career. Philosophy 3 was also an interesting course, just on the basis of it. I had entertained thoughts of becoming a philosophy concentrator, and right now I'm trying to decide between philosophy or social studies, with the pursuit of becoming some sort of lawyer, whether that be in the public sector or the corporate sector, and then the overall goal of helping out in education reform, which is a very general idea at the moment, since I am very young still, and things could change. And then I will say that my logic course was very difficult on the basis of the way it was taught and the material being as if learning a new language. And so once again, for those of you looking into future classes or colleges, something I should have done more thoroughly is look into the evaluations for the prior classes. And it's always good to get a sense of what people who have been ahead of you have thought of the courses and your selection. But looking at my classes now and grades since they've been published, I would say that I'm very happy with the grades I got, because it's actually better than I thought I had done, which is a blessing, and I'm proud of that. And so now I had the opportunity to enjoy my month off for winter break, and I look forward to going to the Kennedy Center in New York in January with the Harvard Glee Club as we are performing there, and much more to my second semester of college, with which I will present more information and news in the coming months. And I hope that you all have enjoyed this video and are currently preparing for your own futures, and I wish you the best on that. Have a nice day.